Hey Ghosties, I'm Harley,
And I'm Candace.
and this is Haunted Through the Ages. I'm pulling myself together.
Literally.
I can go all
Train
day.
wreck. Absolute train wreck.
And you have to tell the people, I can go all day talking to you.
Not
Not
a
a
single
problem.
time does she sniff, snot, snort, nothing. The minute I go to hit
Cough.
record, she's like,
Dying.
Hang on.
Hold on. I need a minute.
Are you ready? Yes. Okay. She's turning her head.
All fucking day. No problems. I'm a totally normal human being. And then I come here and I'm like, I'm dying. I don't know. My body just shuts
I do have
down.
75 cats, so I mean.
You do. And I was just with one of the
Three of
cats.
them.
Yeah. Kind of all over one of them. I offered him a home. Tried to sneak him out. I don't think it's going to happen, though. He's not going to fit. That's why I bring the big bag. He's not going to fit in there.
Gotta be completely empty.
If you see me come in with a duffel one day, don't look for Bob.
Like a whole backpack. What's in the bag? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. And if I rush out of here and I don't like hang out and talk for a while after, don't check my place.
Not even taking your shoes off at the door.
It's like a heist. I'm in and I'm out. So, did you ever finish The Ritual?
Yes.
You finished it?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping you did because I wanted to ask you about it.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Wasn't it so good?
Way better than Haunting Adeline. I'm just
Way
saying.
better.
And can I just tell you the trigger warnings? I actually wanted to look them up.
I'm curious to know what they said.
It was like, caution, trigger warnings. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one.
You get excited when there's trigger warnings. Yes.
Yes.
It was so good. I loved it so much.
That's my trauma response.
I was, I think, not even halfway through the book when I'm like, you need to go read this immediately. It's so good.
I stopped at what I was reading. Oh, no, I finished the Five Brothers,
Yeah.
which ended ridiculously dumb.
Oh, I was so disappointed in the ending.
I'm not even kidding. I thought it was going good, and then it was like,
The beginning was amazing. I loved the beginning of it. And then towards the end, I'm just like, this is not what I was hoping for.
So what's after the Ritual then? A society? I thought she said the society.
Sacrifice. I'm reading that one right now. Let me double check. I think it's the Sacrifice.
Because I know you said they're standalone,
The
but
Sinner.
also they work together.
No, it's the Sinner. Hold on.
So I read a series, and I mean, it's
So it's Ritual, Sinner, Sacrifice, Sabotage, Carnage, Madness.
I'll never remember that.
The Sinner is next. That's the one I'm reading right now. I am 12% in.
I
That
had
was
3
really good, too.
hours left yesterday, and also had 3 hours left of my shift. So
Oh,
like, this is
perfect.
perfect.
There you go.
This is going to get me through.
Yesterday, I say her name and she turns around and looks at me and tears in her eyes.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, what's wrong? Thinking something's wrong. And she tells me I won't spoil anything. Something's happening.
But it
in the
was
book. She's like,
all
"Oh my
badness.
gosh." You looked at me. I thought like something happened.
It did.
Like in real life. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? This happened.
So I read the series, God, years ago. I want to say I was still living at the apartment. And they were kind of like standalone books, but also they work with each other because it's each person's life story inside the book, and it's the Sexy series.
By who? Who's
and
that?
it's pretty vanilla compared to what we read now.
Is it like 50 Shades Vanilla?
Less than that even.
Oh.
But they're really good. The storylines are really good.
Right.
So
sometimes you're just in the mood for like a good story.
I wouldn't like to tell you who it's from. Danny Lovell. Lovell. Lovell.
I've never heard of him.
Her. I was following her. I was stalking her all over the place. She had these. I mean, they were really, really good books. I liked them a lot, and I think Rhiannon started off reading those.
I'll have to look it up.
It was even before the Disaster series or
wow.
Crossfire series. Yeah, which I really liked the Crossfire series. Like I read the Crossfire after 50 Shades, so I was like, oh, they write this stuff in books. Where have I been hiding?
Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite thing is like when 50 Shades became, and now it's like,
it's so vanilla.
Please, you fucking amateurs.
Shit, the one I just read. Good Lord.
You learned about yourself because I know I
certainly do. Can I just repeat the conversation that we three were having?
Oh my god!
And not the graphic parts of
we're
it.
Not even on Patreon.
Funny parts.
Usually we save this for Patreon.
It was nothing big. Like it was a conversation of orgies. I don't even know how it came up or what we were discussing, but we were talking about orgies, and you guys were going on. Finishing, you and Sandy kept going on a conversation. I had an earbud in, so I had no idea. I could only half hear, and I'm yelling at you.
At one point, you go. Trigger warning: if you're in the car, Jen, this isn't the conversation for them. It's going to get really adult for a second. You go, and the names they came up for it, like forced sex fantasy, and you like yell, I'm like, Candace, shh. You're very loud right now.
Because I couldn't hear you guys, so I assumed you couldn't hear me. So I felt like I needed to go louder. Mm-mm. I volumed up.
No, everybody heard you.
Plus, the three people that were around us.
Still.
And then I walked down towards the other side of, and you guys were still stationed in that one spot. And then I hear, I don't know, you or Sandy yelled at me and you were, orgies. Corgis? And Sandy's like, pierogies? What? That's it. We're going to come to my house. We're all going to wear onesies. And we're going to watch orgies, cuddling corgis, eating pierogies.
Yes. Sounds like a great night, honestly.
That's like, I'm in. I'm like, you are not invited,
I was going to say, who invited you, mister?
Excuse me.
This is a girls only.
We can't cuddle corgis and eat pierogies with you around.
I'd say the pierogies are the main issue here. For sure.
I'm just like, I don't know what. I thought the conversation was over. That's why I walked away. Corgis? What? We're getting puppies now?
No, orgies. Oh. Okay.
Again, had a earbud in, reading a whole book. Like, plus I have a hat on covering the other ear. Like, I'm really not that good at hearing.
Oh. I had to walk away from that conversation. I just left. I pulled the Dave in the middle of the conversation and I just walked away because at that point I was so overstimulated. I'm like, okay, time to go.
And it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't in a public setting.
Probably. I think that was it because I was so paranoid. Like, there's people around right now, and you're screaming for sex fantasy and orgies.
Like, I never heard it called that before. And then she's just told the difference. Like, rape involves violence. But they both kind of do.
Yeah. As you're reading, you're like, I don't know, this is pretty violent.
Sounds violent to me.
But then you're texting me like, great book. I'm like, great book. I'm like, I know, right? I loved it.
And also, I'm thinking, you know what? Kidnapping doesn't sound so bad right now.
Big shout out to I think it's Chantel Tessier.
Oh my God, there's so many more books. I was just like,
great book. Fucking loved it. You rocked that one. Big fans over here. Oh, it's so
I'm definitely going to have to reread that one, re-listen to it. I mean, I did audiobook, so.
Yeah. I read it on Kindle first, and then I was like, I'm obsessed.
I don't think you can get the full, like, you can't get the fullness of it until you hear his voice. I was just like, I know it's not his voice. Like I'm not an idiot, but.
I struggle a lot with audiobooks. Even this one, there's certain things where the way it's said, it bugs me. At one point, she had to moan something.
Yeah.
And she just like kind of said it in like a meek little whisper voice. I'm like, but he literally said she moaned. I'm like, why are you like whispering something? Like it doesn't make sense.
But also when she was like desperate and sad and crying out and her voice was all like crying.
I haven't gotten there yet.
The crackly cry and the, like the breaking up. I'm like, I think that's what hit me is just hearing her crying out. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
The fact that you walked up and you were like, oh my God, you have tears.
Your tear ducts are working again.
I cry over fictional characters. Real life shit, it's fine.
I'll survive.
Some fictional. I'm just like Dawson's Creek. I've watched Dawson's Creek 1,000 times. I get all the way to the end, and I don't know if anybody's ever not watched it. Harley,
never have.
But I'm going to give something away. A little spoiler here. One of the characters dies at the end of the show. Okay. I mean, everybody, like once the show is completely ended. Mm-hmm. She dies, and every single time, and then they play
gets you again.
They play the song "Say Goodnight, Not Goodbye," and I'm just done, like crying all over again. And and I love Michelle Williams. I've seen her. I'm like, obviously she's alive. I just saw her in another movie, but
she's okay.
Just see, and then I have to put on something that she's on just to make sure.
Let me go check Instagram real quick. Yeah, she's good.
She's good. Okay,
dodged a bullet. Oh, that's so funny.
Every single time I get to the end of it, I'm just like, I can just feel the tingles in my body building up to those tears, and then it's like, bloop.
That's why if I'm going to watch something like that, I have to be mentally prepared. Like, I have to be in a mental place to know, like, okay, I'm going to let out some emotion right now. Because a lot of times I'm just like, I'm so emotional on a regular basis. It's like to watch something like that, I'm like, I can't. Give me a comedy.
I'm a robot. I don't deal with emotions. Though it's really funny the things that actually do get me. Like I'm the welcoming home when the military people come home to surprise. There's
I can't.
I can't. Or the animals that see the military people for the first time that they and they recognize them and
if I'm ever scrolling and I see one where it said like, military, I'm like, scroll. I can't do it right now because I know if I get caught up in it, like, I'm done. I'm done for.
And Gilmore Girls, when Luke and Lorelai finally got married, and they played that song, and they were walking through all of the little sobbing. Like,
seriously?
No, tell me why.
I had no idea
that man because I was so happy for her, and I was in all of my feels like she's getting married.
You bitch. That made you cry?
Happy tear!
Oh my gosh. That's going to make her cry too. Was it funny? She hit her funny bone.
Stupid. Fucking table.
You can have death in real life and you're like, I'll be all right. But Lorelai gets married and you're like, I can't handle it. You need to work through some of your emotions. That's not healthy.
Grandbabies are born. Nothing.
Lorelai gets
Kids
married.
get married.
Gone.
Nothing. Lorelai,
you didn't cry?
No.
When your kids
my husband cried. He stole my thunder.
But Lorelai got married?
I cried by myself. He didn't steal my thunder. This is why he gained his nickname, Sappy Pappy.
Yeah. That'll happen.
I may have cried at the daddy-daughter dance with Rhiannon and Matt. But again, it could have just been the song too, my emotions. And I looked over and saw Dreama sobbing. And so then I'm sobbing. And then Rhiannon sees both of us sobbing. And then she starts. We're a train wreck. All I have to do is show some sign of twinkling in my eyes like I'm about to cry. And Dreama's crying with me.
Yeah.
Like she's my emotional one. Like she will cry every time she sees it. She gives me presents that make me cry. Like she got me my Zoe necklace. And then she got me Zoe's urn. And I lost my shit crying. And then she's crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? And she cries every time I cry. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of a mood she's in. She cries every single time I cry.
I just went into like panic mode because you don't cry. And so when I saw your eyes, I'm like, something bad happened. Like,
it did.
Oh my God, what's wrong? You're like, I won't say what happened, but you said it. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Pull yourself together. Good Lord.
Well,
it was very funny. I'm glad you liked it.
Just to say it, everything worked out well. Just saying.
little HEA
It was
at the
okay.
end. It's fine.
It was okay.
Since we're talking about crying,
Okay,
and sad things,
all right.
I wanted to share it here because I know I've talked about her so much. My sweet, sweet Kelly Osbourne, my little kitty, she passed away last weekend. I'm going to try not to cry.
So sad. So sad.
But, yeah.
That's why I don't make eye contact with people.
Yeah. So but she's home now. We have her ashes in a little box and her collar and her little paw print. So you can see very clearly in her paw print how fucking long her claws were.
Her mittens.
I opened it and I'm like, damn. They must have like kind of pulled it back to pop them out before they pressed it.
I know. You can see
through.
a bunch of. You can see the difference in the cats that I liked and took care of. Apparently.
Yeah, she would have clawed my face off.
Yeah,
there's no fucking way.
Nope.
So when people like shame you for not cutting their nails, I'm like, do you want to do it? Because even to take her somewhere to get them done, trying to get her to the vet even the couple times she had to go. I mean, this past time was the least she fought me, but because she was,
right,
to be frank, actively dying. And I'm like, you do it. You want to sedate her or wrestle her? She'll claw your fucking face off. I'm like, I just let it roll.
Zoe couldn't have been more than 2 pounds. And this crocodile, every single time we tried to hold her down, I think I owned her. I didn't own her. She was my family member for, she had to have been 12, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And clipped her nails once the entire time I've owned her.
Yeah.
Revan, same thing. He's a fucking crocodile.
Yep.
So that's why we started with Sonar very early. So now we do his like every 2 weeks, just to get him used to his paws being touched and being okay with. Now he's starting to fight us a little bit more, but you know what?
I think that's a great idea. And when we do get our next baby, I think that will be a really smart thing to do. Is start early.
I always rub his paws just so he gets used to the paws being rubbing. Like the other ones are fine. And Zara is hard because we have to basically trick her because she never comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Sandy the other day, like I want to fight her at night. Like the way that she sits on the couch and just makes eyes at Matt. She will literally sit there next to him and put her head on his shoulder and just look up at him and blink her big old eyes at him. Oh. Like she is just infatuated with this man. I'm like, girl, I want to fight you. Like, you stop looking at my husband like that, you hoe.
That's so funny.
She is the sweetest thing. I look over and he's just playing on his phone doing his thing, and he'll reach over and scratch her head and go back to doing his thing. Then you scratch her head some more and do his thing, and she's just like like Cinderella, like just staring seriously, just bubble hearts floating out of her head. I'm like, this girl.
That's funny.
Just staring at him like,
oh my
Romeo.
That's sweet. But yeah, I think so. I was talking to my mom about it, and like I just feel so bad for Sharon now because she's by herself.
She needs a buddy.
And it's, she didn't like just lose a companion because that sucks enough in its own. But then like she birthed her. It was her actual blood daughter. So she had a rough start, but she's doing okay now. She's getting lots and lots and lots of love and extra cuddles when she'll let us. And she's been very, very cuddly, especially with Bubba. They've had lots of couch cuddles and stuff. So I told her.
She's sad. It's so hard because you can't explain it to them what's going on. And it's just like they're here and then they're not.
Unfortunately, he's been through it before. He's lost. He lost the first thing.
Well, the cats. I mean, it's trying to explain it to the cats.
Oh, the cats.
Kids don't get it, but they kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at the age of where you can explain, like,
because he's lost a hamster, and our fish, and then I feel bad because we just had to bury one of his guinea pigs like a month ago. Leonard passed away.
So, Rana, there's only one left.
There's one left. So Sheldon, which I feel bad for him too, because I know he's probably lonely.
You love the character names, Leonard and Sheldon.
I do. Yeah. Well, when we first got them, I was looking at Sheldon. I'm like, you look so smart. And I was like, you should name him Sheldon, and this can be Leonard. I'm like, perfect. He just had a smart little mousy face. So that's where that came from. But I was telling her, I was like, and it's the same reason she always has at least the 3 dogs. So she's like, when one does pass, they at least have each other and kind of that rotation, because you never want them to be alone. And I was telling her, I'm like, I'll probably end up with 2 more. Because, like, I never want to leave one alone.
Well,
again,
and that's just it. I mean, that's how I've got my house full. And
right.
I really don't have 75. I promise. I just have 6. But even when we lost Major, it was like, I was done getting cats. Like, I'm not, this is it. I'll 5 is fine for me. Like, I'm good with 5. And it just feels, I don't know. And some people might think it's a lot to have that many, but it's just Matt and I, and we have a big 4-bedroom house, you know, it's just there's a void.
There's such a void at home right now.
And Anakin, I mean, he's still not okay. And it's been a year almost, which Matt just enlightened me the other day. It literally feels like 3 months ago we lost him.
Right.
Like 3 months ago. But Anakin he's definitely taken it the hardest. He has good days, but his days have mostly been really dark recently. And to the point where, like, I'm getting concerned about him again. I told Matt, I'm like, because when we moved in, he was so he stressed that he ended up almost dying because he dehydrated so bad and he was drooling everywhere. And cats don't typically drool. So, and he would lay wherever he was laying, there would be a puddle.
Oh my
And it would just be dripping out of his mouth. And he's already little. Like, he's a skinny guy. Like, we can't afford to lose any of you. So, but he's been running around the past couple of days. I've been giving him special foods and stuff and just kind of making him feel special, like his little Go-Gurts and stuff.
Yeah, that's tough. I was so worried. I was more so worried about her when it happened, because I'm like, she would every day she'd still clean her and she'd still cuddle with her, like that was her baby. And I'm like, without that, I was so worried. I'm like, she's just gonna like curl up in a corner and die.
Yeah, she needs somebody to take care of.
Yeah. So like I said, when I was talking to my mom about it, I'm like, when it's time, I'll definitely look for like a kitten, and maybe having another thing to care for will be helpful for her. So, and I hate even leaving, like when I like days like this. I had the running to do. I'm going to be here for a few hours doing this and then probably go straight to work for a whole shift. It's like, I hate that she's there alone. So that bothers me. Like,
whenever I know I'm going to be gone for a long time, I always like leave music on or something. It's like, why are you leaving Alexa on? I'm like, well, because like they're alone. Yeah. So when we were out of town for the weekend, I told my Alexa through my phone to turn on. And then when I got home, it was on. The volume was not. Like, what the hell? Why is it on mute?
Oh my God. Well, you tried. It was a nice thought.
Well, then I was talking to him. I won't do that again, because and that made me so sad to see, because I was looking at him through the camera and Bob was sitting between the kitchen and the living room. And I was like, Bobby, where's my Bob? And he literally for like an hour was looking for me.
Oh.
Like, that made me so sad. Oh, I literally fucked with his emotions.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
This bitch.
What a tease.
I know. He was like,
where's my mom?
Mom.
Oh.
Mom.
Oh my gosh.
So I was told Matt's like, we'll talk to him. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore.
No.
I can't. That was okay. It was fun the first time. Now it's like, he's still looking for me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. She needs somebody to care for. Luckily, we had Major to care for Revan when we first got Revan. So Major was a great mom to Anakin and a great mom to Revan. And
I think we'll get another, and then I'd be open to sneaking in a third one. So kind of like my mom does with her dogs, kind of have it so they always still have a friend when one eventually passes. So if you hear of anything, let me know.
I just hope, definitely get a kitten, because I don't like introducing, 2, 3, or 4-year-old cats to elderly cats already, because I'm sure she's not, she's not in her prime.
Yeah. She's about 10 now. So I think having a baby would be helpful, give her a companion, and
it brings youth too. It gives it, it helps her be youthful and get her little lumpy body running around.
It was the night after she passed. I was in the bathroom and Sharon was like standing in the doorway, and then I saw her look over to the living room and take off running, and she ran back and forth a couple times. And then I got up and I'm looking, I'm like, what is she doing? And she runs over to look behind the couch in the living room, like she was pouncing. And she never started it. Kelly always, because Kelly was fucking wild. I think that's the other reason there's such a big void now, because she was such a big personality. And she made herself known. She was not a hider. She was not shy. She was in your fucking face all the time.
She was the helper.
Yes. And it was always her that started it. And so I was on the phone with my mom, and Bubba was with her. And I had told them what had happened. And he goes, maybe she saw Kelly.
Oh, God.
I was like, that was my thought, but I didn't say anything. And then yesterday, because I have her ashes in the box.
Set up your camera when it's happening and see if anything's floating around.
I'd like to. And her paw print, like on the bookshelf in the living room. And I always like talk to the animals when I'm leaving. So we were leaving to go to school the other day. And I'm like, okay, Night Fury. I like verbally out loud, like double check everyone's got food, water, they're where they should be. Everyone is alive. Head count, we're good. And so I'm going through and I'm like, Sharon, you're good. And he looks at the box. He goes, Kelly's good too. Oh,
the sweetest boy.
And Kelly's good. Yeah, she
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere. She's good right there. So, but anyway, we talked for a long time. Sorry, I have a lot to catch up on.
These damn books.
Oh, I know. I love the idea, because I know it was suggested that we do a podcast about books, but I'm like, I just cannot commit to reading as much as I would need to for a podcast. I just don't have the time.
It
but
took
I would
me
love
a week to get through this book.
Right. Maybe if that's something that
I only listen to them
like,
at work.
Yeah. Yeah. We could definitely do like special episodes on Patreon or something, just like book talk. If we want to catch up on some stuff or something, but
book talk.
We do love our books. Okay, so for today, we're going somewhere we've never been.
Taking us on an adventure.
And we're going to do kind of like, for those of you on Patreon who saw the episode where we did like 3 different locations, I did the same thing again, but they're all very close to each other. And we are going to Alaska.
Oh.
So the main place we're going to talk about is called the Red Onion Saloon. And I added 2 other places in here only because there was one haunting in each of them that fucked my world up, to where when I was researching, I was actually laughing by myself because I was so uncomfortable that these things even happened. And you're all going to suffer with me. So, because I read them, I'm like, absolutely fucking not.
Misery loves company.
So we're all going to be miserable together. So in 1896, miners discovered gold in the Klondike region of Yukon in northwest Canada. What did I do?
I know. The movie Rudolph. Yukon. Cornelius.
I don't remember.
He was digging for gold. And he'd throw his little hook and he'd lick it. Nothing. Sorry.
No,
I get triggered by no. I literally get every time you do that to me every time too, and it just the joke pops into my head, but I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna.
No, please do. Say it.
Literally 3 seconds into it already.
I'm like, that was only the first sentence. What did I say wrong? It's Yukon, right? Yeah. And I know it's Klondike because
I told you I do some pretty shady shit for a Klondike bar.
We talked about what we do for a Klondike bar, so I know Klondike, okay?
As soon as you said Yukon, I'm like, and he's digging for gold. Nothing.
That's funny. So, once news hit larger Northwest cities like Seattle and San Francisco, prospectors began flocking to Western Canada and Alaska, ready to get rich. While most prospectors left with absolutely nothing, it was great for the economy in these rural areas. Over 100,000 people with gold fever rushed into Klondike in only 3 short years, and the towns were booming. So, for this portion of it, we're focusing on a teeny tiny little town named Skagway. Skagway once housed only a few hundred people, but with the gold rush, the population boomed to over 30,000. And just a side note, if Skagway sounds familiar, you may have heard of it featured in The Call of the Wild by Jack London, Will Hobbs' book, Jason's Gold, Guardian by Joe Haldeman, and North to Alaska starring John Wayne. Today, the population of Skagway, again, it's teeny tiny, and from what I found online, it sits anywhere between like 900 to 1,200 people. So little. But it is really big with tourists, specifically with Alaskan cruises. It's a port for cruise ships now, and a very popular stop for cruisers while at port is the Red Onion Saloon. The Red Onion was built during the height of the Klondike Gold Rush in 1897, and it opened as a brothel in 1898, meant to serve lonely miners who could use a drink and a little company at the end of the day. I loved reading through this because it just kept reminding me of the birdcage.
Oh, God.
And there were some similarities, and I'm like, oh, I love it. Captain William Moore, the founder of Skagway, personally cut the planks for the brothel. And the first floor operated as the saloon, while the, what did we call them? The horizontal, I just wrote the horizontal
Workers.
Girls because I couldn't remember what you called them. They worked upstairs within 10 small rooms, also called...
Horizontally employed.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
It comes to me and I just have to blurt it.
They worked in the 10 small rooms upstairs, also called cribs. Each room was designed with several doors in case one of the women found themselves in a dangerous situation and needed to get out, and that did happen. Now, instead of just walking in and asking for a specific girl, the men used a system with dolls that would tell them which girls were available at the time.
Ew.
They used 10 dolls, which resembled the 10 sex workers, and if a customer picked out a specific girl, the doll resembling her would be laid down, telling the other men the girl was unavailable. Once the job was done, the girl was seated upright again.
Ew.
Yes. Now, once a man selected a doll, he would go upstairs using what they called the stairway to heaven to meet. Funny.
So they really have no idea what the girl actually looks like that they're getting. They're going by the appearance of the doll and how the doll is dressed.
Well, from what I understood, they all pretty much dress the same.
Yeah, but this face, I mean, she could be like a crow.
Well, I think they pretty much knew who they were, and I'll tell you why.
They're returns.
Yes.
They're regulars.
Yeah, for sure. So using the stairway to heaven, they'd go up to meet one of the women in the crib rooms. He'd pay the woman in gold, and she would drop the gold down a copper tube system into a safety deposit box. So quite a system. And the whole business was overseen by a madam and a crew of bouncers. And here is kind of the explanation for that. So only around 8% of the total population of Klondike during the gold rush were women. In Skagway, there were about 300 prostitutes serving over 15,000 men. So there were not a lot of options for them. So I'm thinking they kind of knew who they were looking for. And it definitely, just like any other time in history or today, was not a safe job. And Skagway was a lawless town, described as, quote, little better than hell on earth by the Northwest Mounted Police. A con artist and gangster named Soapy Smith operated a ring of thieves, a spy network, and a private militia. He also controlled the local newspaper and the Deputy U.S. Marshal's office. As you can imagine, it wasn't really a friendly place for anyone, but especially for women. While some traveled to the area for the work, others found the Red Onion their only option to make enough to survive or make enough to get out of Alaska. Now, the Klondike Gold Rush was pretty short-lived. It only lasted for a few years before the prospectors moved on to the Nome Gold Rush in Nome, Alaska in 1899. Without a constant slew of business, the brothel closed, but the building remained well used. During World War II, it served as barracks for soldiers, and it also served as a bakery, a laundry shop, a union hall, a gift shop, and even a TV station. But today it's gone back to its original roots, partially, and serves as a popular saloon and a brothel museum. While serving food, drinks, and giving tours, the all-female staff is dressed in period clothes as ladies of the night.
All right.
So they keep it pretty preserved. And they also offer Ghost and Good Time Girls tours. So that particular tour is 2 hours, and it walks you through haunted Skagway, because the whole town is filled with ghosts, apparently. Or there's a much shorter tour of just the museum and the brothel known as the Quickie. So they stay really on brand, which I love. So the first ghost still lingering in the saloon is known as Lydia. She's known to be really friendly, at least to women. And she showed up to one of the employees as a translucent figure in the corner of a room upstairs. Why are you in the corner? Lydia, I know you're nice. Why are you in the corner? Get out of the corner.
We don't. Okay.
Stop.
So all I can picture right now is like Blair Witch shit in my head when they went down to the tunnel and found the guy literally just staring at the wall.
No.
And is she facing us in the corner, or is she facing the corner, standing there like she's in trouble? Right.
No.
Like
No. I never saw the Blair Witch Project, but I remember vividly when it came out when I was a kid. And my parents went over to their friends' houses and watched it one night. And I remember my mom coming back home and being like, fuck that. Because she does, she doesn't.
Yeah, well,
scary.
Yeah. Because I was like,
and her being like, absolutely fucking not. Never again. I will set the town on fire before I watch that again. No. And just telling me how horrific it was.
It was ridiculously absurd to me.
Like stupid. And that's what I wondered.
Shaky camera, like it was such bad footage. And then I know it was meant to look like that, to appear like it was an actual documentary, like.
And I think that was what got her the most, is because that's how it was promoted.
Yes,
this is real found
footage. And it wasn't until years later they were like, no, that shit didn't even really happen. Like,
I feel like that was like
shit, but
yeah.
So but at the time that it came out, like I was with your mom on it. Like I'm just like, this they really made it sound like it was real, like it really fucking happened,
because that's how it was promoted. Shit. And I feel like that was like a conspiracy for a while. It's like, is it fake? Did they fake? But they say it's real, because everyone was like, no, it's real. We found this footage and we like put it out there for you to see.
And then everybody was like walking through us and trying to find some shit and stuff, and it's like, obviously this is Hollywood shit.
I think it was the story built up around it that was the scariest part. I'd be curious to watch it now, though.
Once I started,
like,
because me, I'm a deep dive into research on this shit. Like, I need to find some shit out. Like, I need to know. And we were really big into ghost hunters then too. So like, no, I need to find out some shit.
Right.
So, and I was like, that fucking shit ain't real. Like, it's bullshit. Oh, look, she's in something else. I know she's an actress all of a sudden.
She managed to find her way to Hollywood, I guess.
Matt's like, you didn't really think that was real, did you? You know what? But yeah, I was it wasn't. Yeah, you could watch it and be like, this is annoying now. Like, just the shakiness of the camera. You start to
I probably throw up. And I can't handle that.
Like, that's the worst part. Like, I'm dizzy.
I'm weak. So one time there was a loud disturbance on the upper floor, so the police were called to check it out. And as they approached the stairs, they saw a figure who they believed to be Lydia running down the hall and into a room, which was once the former madam's room. Of course, when the police checked, the room was empty. But they did say that this woman had marks on her face that resembled what they believed to be untreated syphilis.
Ew.
The disease was a considerable risk for sex workers, and the first effective treatment wasn't developed until 1909. Lydia now wanders the building. She waters plants, which is so cute, because they say they'll come in and like the soil is wet, like somebody watered it when no one was there. She's just taking care of it. You look afraid.
No, I'm not. First of all, I'm just trying to, my 5-year-old brain, trying to, because, I'm not an avid STD user. Like, I'm
we're
not
back
aware.
to the syphilis.
Yeah, okay. And I was trying to think about, like, why is it on her mouth?
No, I think that's part of syphilis. Like it's on.
I don't know. I thought it was just in the
who
in the honey pot. Like
on her Christmas.
The cookie. Oh, no, Shannon does say Christmas.
Yeah.
In my Christmas.
That's just what I call it half the time because I'm so used to her just calling it her Christmas, which is just so funny.
But I thought, I didn't think it spread then. But then also I'm thinking, duh, like mouth stuff happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Ew. Okay, anyway.
So she waters plants.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. She caresses faces, and she leaves the scent of freshly cut lilacs behind.
Cool. Don't touch my face. Love lilacs. Don't touch my face.
The room she appears in often has mysterious cold spots, and guests continually take photos that show white blurs, orbs, and occasionally even the faint outline of her face. It's unclear precisely how people know her name, but as these things go, the name Lydia has been passed down onto new staff through the years, so it's just kind of who she is now.
Somebody just kind of picked up a name and they rolled with it.
As for her cause of death, the commonly accepted theory is that she contracted syphilis and took her own life by hanging herself in the corner of the room where she's sometimes seen.
No.
So, don't love that.
Back in the corner.
And I found this really good article on skagwaynews.com written by Melinda Munson, and I wanted to read it because she did an interview with somebody who has firsthand experience. Lydia is like a spiritual hum that is constantly here, explained Liz Lavoie, general manager and Red Onion employee since 2002. I've never seen her physical form. It's a mojo, It's an awareness that you're not alone. Many have heard Lydia's heeled footsteps upstairs in the brothel museum when the second floor is empty. Some have actually seen the deceased sex worker known in her day as a soiled dove, which, that's so sad. I hate that for her.
I don't love that name for her. That's
no,
sad.
It feels disrespectful.
It kind of does, yeah.
Like she was a dove, but then she contracted an STD because she was trying to make a buck to eat.
Basically, you just called her dirty.
Yeah, like I don't like that at all.
Don't disrespect the dead. Like she's watering your plants, dude, and leaving fucking lilacs.
Right. I think she smells lovely.
Rude. Yeah,
I love a lilac. Thank you very much.
Mind your business.
Corey Giacomazzi, I believe, Skagway resident since 2002 and Red Onion Museum curator and costume designer, has witnessed Lydia's physical manifestation multiple times. I don't tell people what she looks like, Giacomazzi said, so that way if they think they see her and they describe her, they can't fake it. Lydia demands respect, something she didn't receive in her lifetime. Legend states Lydia's face was branded after she contracted a sexually transmitted infection. She subsequently committed suicide, an act of desperation perhaps better than starving. You have to acknowledge Lydia when you walk into the brothel, Giacomazzi said. If you don't acknowledge her, she can make the rest of your day a little bit difficult. We have that big safe at the back door downstairs in the bar. An employee came in one morning trying to get the money out of the safe, and the damn thing wouldn't open. And then she realized she forgot to say good morning to Lydia. And the minute she did, the safe opened. She never forgot again. Lydia's like, fuck you, dude. You think you're going to walk in my place and just be disrespectful? No.
Wrong.
Red Onion.
You better say hi.
Yeah, exactly. Red Onion employees show Lydia immense consideration. Lavoie said in the winter when she's alone, she sings to the spirit and often speaks to her. Sometimes Lydia even gets fan mail, particularly after a Red Onion documentary aired. Lavoie and Giacomazzi will read the mail out loud. Once a man sent Lydia a teddy bear as a comfort item, and the two women left it upstairs in the brothel museum for Lydia to see. Occasionally, Lydia will become upset, and Lavoie described a time the cook was playing loud music early in the morning. She and two other employees stood by the bar, considering how to ask him to turn the volume down when suddenly the iPod flipped off the shelf and disconnected from its cord. Seconds later, 3 jars of hot sauce were tipped off the bar counter one by one. She's like, fuck you.
I can literally see her just like one at a time.
Yeah.
Throwing hands.
I love it. There are a handful of accounts of Lydia giving men slight pushes down the stairs. And
some shit that I do.
Fuck you.
Remember that syphilis?
And former Red Onion head Madam Spitfire, outlined to NPR's podcast Snap Judgment a time when a man was aggressive to his wife in the restaurant. Mysteriously, his chair flew out from under him and a boot print appeared on his shirt.
I fucking love that.
She was not having it.
You know what?
She sounds very protective. Server Don Nelson told a more lighthearted tale. A woman was at lunch in the Red Onion's secluded upstairs room with two of her friends. When Nelson presented the bill, she recognized him from the night before when the Red Onion hosted a strip show. She jokingly turned around and put cash behind her back for Nelson to take. He retrieved the money and watched the receipt on his tray mysteriously rise up and slip between the woman's fingers. "Oh my God, are you a magician?" the friends asked. Nelson replied, "Yes," and skedaddled. "I just took the credit for that. I had nothing to do with it," he said.
How the fuck out of Dodge?
He's like, "Oh shit.
Yeah, that's totally me."
Yep.
Goodbye.
How does the Red Onion staff react to tourists who don't believe in ghosts and are skeptical of Lydia? With respect, of course, but most staff members leave space for the inexplicable. "I think it would be real hubris to think that because we haven't experienced it ourselves, it doesn't exist. Clearly, we're all still learning," Lavoie said. And that's the end of the article, which I thought was really well written. So there is another entity, and this one is not very friendly. And this is a malevolent male ghost that employees call John. John roams around, constantly causing trouble for the staff and sometimes even guests. You'll know he's around if you catch a whiff of horrendous body odor, so he does not smell like lilacs, or if he decides to simply shove you down a flight of stairs.
But Lydia's the soiled dove.
Yeah, exactly. He'll also fling open doors to rooms when the staff is changing.
No.
Which is just gross.
Rude?
The story among employees is that John was a former bouncer who was stabbed to death by a prostitute who got fed up with his constant harassment. And the last well-known ghost. This is where it started reminding me of the birdcage. We're going to fucking love her. So, this is Madam Diamond Lil, and she has a really interesting backstory. So I wanted to share it. This is an article I found about her on legendsofamerica.com written by Kathy Alexander. And the article says, Diamond Lil Davenport, a madam during the Klondike Gold Rush in Skagway, Alaska, was reputed to have a $1 million smile due to her teeth being studded with diamonds.
Nice.
Yes. Running one of the most lavish bordellos in the boomtown, she was said to have stood nearly 6 feet tall, was very attractive, and always sported an elaborate diamond collection, one of which was implanted into her teeth. Diamond Lil was born Evelyn Hildegard in Austria-Hungary on September 12, 1881, to a prominent Jewish family. At some point, the family immigrated to the United States and settled in Montana, where they worked in the cattle business. She left home when she was just 12 years old and married a man who had an inheritance, and she was introduced to the finer things in life. However, when he ran out of money, she left him.
Dang. Look,
she's wild.
A material girl living in a material world.
Amen.
Like, fuck off. Oh, you're broke? Bye.
Yeah, you thought. She then began to travel across the country singing in saloons, and her naturally booming voice made her the toast of the town in many places she visited. While working for Alexander Pantage's vaudeville circuit, that was a lot. Sorry. She went to Skagway, Alaska during the Klondike Gold Rush. There, she took the stage name of Diamond Tooth Lil. But when the vaudeville show moved on, she stayed in Skagway and soon opened a luxury house where she entertained only wealthy men who could pay handsomely for what she had to offer. She knows her worth, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I respect that.
By that time, she was going by the name of Lillian, and it was here that she first made a name for herself. She had the best pianist in town play for her guests, and it was rumored that Lil had connections to the underworld in Chicago. Like, she's got her hands in some shit. But she was always sincere in running her house. She was said to have spent a couple years in Skagway, where she collected and wore other diamond-studded jewelry, including a white gold snake bracelet studded with 125 real diamonds that scaled the length of her arm.
My girl was getting it.
She was here for it.
She's getting shit done.
Yes. And if you can't help her do that, get the fuck out of her way. She was described by Ella Lang Martinson, who was making a trip north on the SS Rosalie in June 1898 to meet her husband. And about her, she said, "Certainly nature had fashioned her into a perfect beauty, and at first glance she did appear to be a person of real refinement. But Diamond Lil was a courtesan in the fullest sense of the word, only entertaining the obviously rich clients who could pay handsomely for what she had to offer. Nevertheless, she was fully entrenched in the world's oldest profession." Today, her bordello still stands in Skagway, called the Red Onion Saloon. On the ground floor of the building was the classiest dance hall and saloon in town, while the second floor contained 10 small rooms that served as the brothel. After her stay in Alaska, she returned to the vaudeville circuit, and in 1904, she became the voice of St. Louis, singing "Meet Me in St. Louis" in the Budweiser Pavilion at the World's Fair. She continued to travel and earned the monikers the Toast of the Barbary Coast and the Belle of New York. This gave her the opportunity to meet many rich men, and she was said to have married several times. In the 1920s, she settled down in Seattle, Washington, and invested in apartment houses. She was briefly married to George Miller, whom she divorced in 1923, just 1 week before she inherited $150,000 from her mother in Los Angeles. Today, that's about $2.8 million.
So it wouldn't be enough for her because my girl knows her worth.
She sure does. In the next decade, her mind began to fail, and in 1935, her friends committed her to the Western State Hospital, a psychiatric hospital in Lakewood, Washington. Her diamonds were sold off one by one to pay for her care. However, her lawyer had some trouble selling the diamonds because some women balked at wearing jewels that were tainted by a woman such as Lil. I'll fucking take them.
Thank you. You can't catch crazy. We're good.
Well, being a woman of the night, they're like,
You can't catch that either.
She remained at the state hospital until 1961 when her assets had been exhausted and she was moved to a nursing home on welfare. So this quote is from, I believe, a newspaper, White Horse Star, in May of 1961. They said, "At the time of her commitment, she was reported to be racked with a venereal disease and narcotics. Although she is still insane, she's apparently in good physical health." So, I don't know about all of that.
I don't know. I mean, VDs can really fuck with your mind too. Like, you get that infection through your body, and it really takes a toll on your coherency.
But despite that, she lived to be 93.
God bless her heart.
Diamond Lil died in the nursing home at the age of 93 on June 18th, 1975.
With her teeth or without her teeth?
Probably without. She had no known relatives. She's just so sad.
That's sad.
Her obituary.
That is really sad.
Mm-hmm. Her obituary in the New York Times read, "Diamond Tooth Lil, a famous dance hall queen in the Alaskan Gold Rush days, died this week at a nursing home here. She was 92 years old, and her real name, which is different than the one they originally gave, but this one says Honora Ornstein, so I don't know. Lil spent the last 40 years of her life in institutions, watching two fortunes disappear after she had been the toast of the North. She earned her first large wages on the Pantages vaudeville circuit in Alaska, where she acquired her nickname because of the diamond fillings in her teeth. She also collected diamonds. Committed to the Western State Hospital in 1935, she saw her fortune in jewels go over to the state over the years to cover the cost of her care. Diamond Lil was buried in a simple grave yesterday. However, so that was just her life, which I thought was
disrespectful, though. I mean, I don't know.
I just thought her life was so fascinating, and she sounds like such an interesting woman. I loved her. But it does seem that she's gone back to her old ways in the afterlife because she is still in the saloon. She's said to still be roaming around, keeping an eye on her favorite place, but she only makes herself known to male patrons. God bless her. So for all the men out there, if you feel an invisible pair of hands on your leg or hear a whisper in your ear, you know it's Diamond Lil looking to serve.
Bow, bow, wow.
I loved her. So that was the Red Onion Saloon. The next two are really short. It's a little bit of history, but you'll see why I brought these up. I can't wait. So the first one is the historic Anchorage Hotel. And according to the hotel's website, Anchorage was in its infancy when the original Anchorage Hotel structure was built. By 1936, the city of Anchorage was growing so rapidly that they needed to expand the current building, the Anchorage Hotel Annex. So that was built across the alleyway, and a sky bridge was constructed connecting the two buildings. For many years, the Anchorage Hotel served as the city's primary meeting and gathering place, and at one time it was the only place in the new city where you could enjoy a meal served on fine china with linen and silver. Over time, the original structure was sold and eventually torn down, but the annex building continued to operate for many years. However, it was eventually neglected and fell into a state of disrepair. For a while, it operated as various lodging properties under different names, but in 1989, under new ownership, the building was brought back to life, and the historic Anchorage Hotel stands today as an important part of the city's heritage and a strong part of her future. So on February 20th, 1921, at 9:15 p.m., Police Chief John J. Blackjack Sturgis was found shot in the back with a bullet from his own gun, just steps away from the hotel. It's rumored that his ghost returns to the scene of the crime each year, haunting the location of his untimely death and seeking justice for a crime still unsolved to this day. Over 100 years later, still unsolved.
So sad.
And from his own gun.
And he has to come back every single year just to be like, yep, I'm going to do it again.
It's so awful. On a December afternoon in 2004, Terry Russey, I believe is her name, a hotel employee stood behind the large desk of the Anchorage Historic Hotel, checking logs and paperwork. And she glanced up from her work and into a mirror on the wall in front of her to see a smoky silhouette of a, what color dress? White. Drift by, and when she turned to look and see, no one was there. This was believed to be the apparition of a jilted bride who is alleged to have hung herself in one of the second-floor rooms after her groom failed to show up on the day of their wedding.
Dang.
Yeah. She's said to appear in hallways as a tall and elegant woman in a white dress and will occasionally appear in mirrors, which don't show up behind me in a mirror. That'll be the death of me.
Literally just standing there trying to pull your hair up and you just see this face behind you appear.
No. Mm-mm. No.
I don't know. What's worse? Getting grabbed behind the...
You know what? You just wait. I'm going to keep reading. You just fucking wait. You're going to love this. Jen's going to love this. It's going to be great.
I already don't love it.
Listen to this. So later on that week, a boyfriend of an employee passed the time with a self-guided tour on how to tie a tie, and he was just sitting in a chair next to the narrow lobby fireplace with Rusty again behind the front desk. As he practiced, a framed picture of notable Alaskan artist Sidney Lawrence spontaneously catapulted itself from the mantel across the room, shattering a glass coffee table on impact. Assuming it was an earthquake, Rusty looked around to see what else was shaking. The chandelier was still, the room was quiet. The man turned to her, his untied tie hanging from his neck, and casually suggested, "Maybe it's your ghost." I'd punch him. fuck up.
Right in the throat.
Right there. And Russie is the employee who started the hotel's ghost log. Apparently, it is so haunted. She has a log at the desk where guests will write down all of their experiences so they can keep track of them.
Shit.
In the log, one guest detailed their encounter, hearing strange taps on their door, followed by the pitter-pattering of children's footsteps. I'm getting so uncomfortable from what I'm about to read. This fucked my world up. I can't even. So, okay. It's okay. Followed by the pitter-pattering of children's footsteps, accompanied by giggling when there were no children staying in the hotel. It gets worse. Another guest recorded a blood-curdling experience. I can't. I'm going to cry. From October 2011, that would leave the bravest people running and not looking back. According to what they experienced, the guests saw a small child standing in their closet, smiling up at them. I just got full body chills. No. Does that make you want to cry? Because it makes me want to cry.
It does, but also it makes me giggle a little bit because at Rannon's, there's a closet in her living room that where all of the kids keep their toys and everything.
Yeah.
And also they go in there and shut the door.
Good luck, girl.
So when you open the door, they're both just standing there.
Absolutely not.
At you.
Absolutely not.
So now that a little creepy, that was a little cringy, but also at the same time, I can just picture the babies smiling as I'm opening the closet door.
Well, think about this every time you do that, okay?
Nope, never gonna happen again. No.
I read that, and I'm like, I have to share this location.
They're gonna stay there. I'm just gonna
just shove them back in there. She gets home from you babysitting them, and she's like, "Where are my kids? They're locked in the closet. I don't know what to tell you."
They went in there. I ain't getting them out.
No. You gotta go get your kids. No.
They haven't been crying, so.
Like, I threw some bread in there about an hour ago. They'll be all right. Oh my God.
We need a hamster thing for them to drink. There's water. It's fine.
Oh, absolutely not. When I read that, I'm just like,
no.
It gets worse.
Oh, boy.
Wait till we get to the next location. Okay. Let's continue. So most of the log's reports include lights turning on and off or flickering, indescribable noises, giggling, coughing, whispering, temperature changes, shadow figures, showers and sinks turning on and off by themselves, or the feeling of being leaned on or pushed. Over the years, Russie has invited mediums, ghost hunters, and paranormal experts into the hotel. What they've learned from the expert guests, according to Russie, is that nearly 36 spirits occupy the hotel at any given time. Some are regulars, while others are just passing through. Russie says there's a little boy and a little girl. They didn't die in the hotel, but at the hospital when it was over there on L Street. And they always come back here and play because their family, it was a family of 9, lived here, and so they come back to see them. How a psychic sees these things, I don't know, Russie muses. But I had 2 of them here at one point, and they both said that they saw them. There's also the prominent woman of society from the 1920s, thought to be an adult daughter of a wealthy local man. And then there's a man who always follows you as soon as you walk into the door. Don't know what he's up to, but he follows you.
Stop following me.
And I found a Facebook comment from the hotel's page, and this was a guest that reported something happened to them. He said, I stayed there once with my girlfriend. I wasn't there yet, and she and her friend were getting ready in the room we were staying in. They both saw the image of a woman in a wedding dress and the reflection in the mirror. They turned around, and she was gone. Interesting enough, it was our first wedding anniversary. So maybe it was a congratulations or a fuck you. I don't know. One or the other.
Yeah, so, I mean, hers didn't show up, so.
Yeah. Could be either. I don't know. So that was the historic Anchorage Hotel, and our last stop is just another short little one. This one's the worst. And it is Hotel Captain Cook. The The hotel was built in 1964 after an earthquake leveled much of downtown Anchorage. Walter J. Hickel, real estate developer and future governor of Alaska, reacted to the earthquake by pledging to build Alaska's biggest and best hotel in downtown Anchorage. The hotel was named after Captain James Cook, who helped define Alaska in the 18th century by mapping its jagged coastline for the first time. Captain James Cook was a British explorer and cartographer whose 3 major voyages took him around the southern tips of Africa and South America to Easter Island, and on his final voyage along Alaska's majestic coastline. On these voyages, he and his crew documented the people, animals, flora, and fauna many had never seen before. In June of 1778, while looking for a northwest passage to the Hudson Bay, Cook and his crew on the HMS Resolution dropped anchor in Turnagain Arm, I think, within sights of the spot where Hotel Captain Cook stands today. So that was just a quick little history. Now, ghosts. One ghost is believed to make its female guests feel anything but welcome in the ladies' restroom of the lobby. It's supposed to be where a young woman staying at the hotel tragically took her own life on the night of the grand opening of the hotel's second tower in 1972. Several guests visiting the bathroom over the years have reportedly seen her, describing her as a young woman in her late 20s with a white dress, shocker, and a stress-ridden face. At other times, she would make her presence known more subtly, turning faucets on and off, like flickering the lights, and women even suffer fainting spells while visiting the bathroom. Some guests have reported adjoining stall doors opening and closing violently when no one is present. Here it comes. And even more spine-quivering, a ghostly hand would grab their ankles in the bathroom stall.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine?
I don't even like being talked to when I'm in there.
No. No. We sure don't. Sitting down to pee, something grabs you.
Michael Myers' hand coming from underneath the stall. I'm dead. Absolutely. I will fucking Buddy the Elf and crawl the fuck over the top of that shit.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You know those prank videos where those guys go in the bathroom and it's like a Slender Man or something standing in the stall, and he fucking, like a jaguar, leaps over the stall to get up? That would be me. I don't know how I'd get up there, but I'd find the fucking strength to do it. Because no.
Absolutely not.
That one destroyed me.
I can imagine, because you got wish some bad sauce on you.
I know. So the stall, it's like at the very end. It's the last stall. It remains bolted to this day, while the mystery of what happened inside it lingers.
Good. It can linger. No.
Female guests at the hotel who have entered the restroom have come out so panicked at the activity that it's not uncommon for a guest services manager to have to go into the restroom and ask the young spirit to stop. Some people have speculated that a separate entity is also haunting the space just outside the tower, as some people have spoken of an unseen hand trying to intertwine its fingers with that of the living. That one doesn't bother me as much. No. It feels like we've talked about that like a kid or something. Don't grab my fucking ankles. Mm-mm. I'm just trying to pee. That's it. That's all I got for Alaska today. Those were so fun.
I do not need my feet. Now I'm literally going to terrify pee every single time I go to the bathroom now, looking for people's hands and shit.
I'm going to be at work tonight. I'm going to think about it by myself.
Ooh-wee.
So that was all I've got. I know that was a long one, so thank you for... not the research, just us talking. So thanks for hanging in there and sticking with us.
And sticking with us.
But make sure you guys go check us out on Instagram. If you guys want more content, we have so much content over on Patreon. So much good stuff there. If you guys have had anything you want to share with us, make sure to email us at hauntedthroughtheages@gmail.com. And I think that's all we got. So we will see you guys next week for Candace's episode. Bye.
Bye.